It's officially a month and a day since my fiance left me. And in not even 13 days, I would have been married. You could have said something a little bit sooner. I think the hardest part about the whole thing is not that he left me. It's that he took away a future for me that was planned out. But it's so weird because I've been on like a few dates already, like 2 dates and 1 hookup.
He discovered the main reason why she wanted to marry him, so he canceled their wedding and left.
I'm not gonna lie, before I get out the relationship, I already know who I'm gonna be with next. Because at the end of my relationship, it don't never just end right away. It be like, it's finna end, and I know it's finna end, and we going through this and that, but we know we both finna break up. So it be stuff happening at the end of the relationship. Like I be starting other situations towards the end of the relationship. Sometimes I get like this little urge in me after I'm done, even if don't know who the next person is, I get this little petty urge in me, and I be like, oh, I'm finna go with the person that you accuse me of.
That doesn't seem too healthy. Girl, if you don't heal. She lacks discernment, and that's probably why the relationship failed and why they'll keep failing. A lot of people missed what she said. Of course it's not right. But half of y'all don't even understand what she said. This is why we view dating the way we do today. She is hurt in real life and never found peace within herself. Her mindset displays the reason why healing is so important, and this is a common situation in our current dating scene. She just referred to monkey branching. They want to make sure that the next option is already on the line, even before they end their current relationship. And this is not a healthy habit, but it's what we see a lot these days. She doesn't want to process anything, so this strategy fits well. It's a perfect method for those who don't want to be accountable for their action, as it allows them to move from relationship to relationship without having to think about whether they have done anything wrong on their previous relationship or whether there is something they should work on. So those who adopt this mindset are more likely to face the same issue over and over, as they don't give themselves time to self-reflect, and this is a great indication that they will have a similar outcome on the future relationship.
I get this little petty urge in me, and I be like, oh, I'm finna go with the person that you accuse me of.
Maybe she thinks that by doing that she would be getting back at her ex, but in most cases it won't make much difference, as at that point most probably wouldn't care about what she does with herself. Instead, that action would add more drama to her life, so if that was her goal, she will achieve it in no time.
I'm single as of yesterday.
But you had a man before yesterday.
For 2 years. I'm not gonna lie, I got a dick appointment coming.
I beg your pardon?
Well, who?
My best friend.
You were friends with this guy while you were dating your boyfriend?
I've been friends with him before I knew my ex, I guess now.
It's an evil world we live in.
I'm so disappointed in you, though.
Why?
You're going to go your best friend a day after breaking up with your boyfriend. That means you wanted to your best friend while you were dating your boyfriend.
This is the moment she realized that it's not the best behavior of someone who just got out of 2 years relationship. She even lost words.
It's kind of more complicated, like...
She belongs to the streets.
The pause says more than she ever did. She said the same thing my ex used to say. It's complicated. When the truth doesn't suit her, it's complicated. It actually shows how much she loved the person she spent 2 years with. Her love and affection were so strong, and it got to the point where she was able to be ready for a hookup one day after they broke up. That was a great demonstration of how much she was connected to him. Did you notice what happened here?
I'm so disappointed in you, though.
Why?
You're going to go your best friend a day after breaking up with your boyfriend. That means you wanted to your best friend while you were dating your boyfriend.
It's kind of more complicated, like...
Did you notice that she stopped for a few seconds to think about what he said? The best she could come up with after realizing the truth was to say that it's complicated. This is something nobody has pointed out to her, so she never took the time to think about it. She wasn't aware that what she just described was not the normal behavior of someone who just left a 2 years relationship. In normal circumstances, no woman would be ready and willing to hook up with her best friend one day after breaking up with their boyfriend. They had been with this long, and that's why she started thinking about her own action after he pointed it out. I can imagine her ex's reaction after finding out that she got with her best friend this early after their breakup, the same friend she probably told him not to worry about. That would have made him realize that this breakup was actually a good thing, as it's better late than never. This event would give him the opportunity to know more about her, the side he wasn't aware of. Fortunately, now he is free to meet another person who will be able to love him and value what he has to offer.
It's officially a month and a day since my fiance left me. And in not even 13 days, I would have been married. And the weirdest thing about the whole thing, about this whole situation is, I'm not really angry.
How could you be when the true feelings weren't there? Only those who genuinely liked or loved their partner would be affected if their wedding was canceled, but those who wanted to get married for other reasons wouldn't feel anything, and it explains her reaction. She probably just wanted to secure the bag.
I mean, yeah, you could have said something a little bit sooner, but I'm okay with that. You hear my cat? She's up there. I think the hardest part about the whole thing is not that he left me. It's that he took away a future for me that was planned out.
And this is probably why he didn't do it. It seems like she was getting married to guarantee herself a good future, but he didn't want to be part of that arrangement. Maybe he was looking for someone who actually likes him, not the one who just wants to secure a good retirement plan.
And left me 1.5 months before the wedding. But it's so weird because I've been on like a few dates already, like 2 dates and 1 hookup.
This is the most interesting part of this video. She was ready to go on 2 dates and 1 hookup within a month after he canceled their wedding. I guess he knew what he was doing.
Then you start to think, like, suddenly you have all those thoughts that you hadn't had in such a long time. Am I good enough? Do people want to date me? Do people find me attractive? I mean, yeah, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't have had dates and stuff. And it's just weird. I think that's the weirdest part about this whole, I'm no longer in a committed relationship, I'm no longer getting married. I was this close to living my dream life.
I wouldn't doubt that marrying him would give her a dream life, but he also wanted someone who liked him.
Because I thought I had found my person, but obviously I didn't. And
she probably expected to move to his place after getting married and have a relaxing life. But he was paying attention to everything that was happening and got to the conclusion that this wasn't the best decision. Based on how she handled this situation, I know most people would understand why he decided to cancel that marriage. We don't know exactly what happened between them or what his motivations were, but she gave us enough information to assume that it could be related to the fact that she wanted to marry him for stability. It wasn't because she loves him and wanted to spend the rest of her life with him. It was all about securing her future, and this is something he wasn't willing to put himself into. Did you guys notice that the cancellation of their wedding didn't affect her? She was back on the dating apps within 30 days after he ended things and comfortably went on 2 dates and 1 hookup in that short period, which shows that it meant nothing emotionally. She didn't even care about it, and this lack of emotion speaks volumes. It would be a different story if she loved him. If he was actually the man of her dreams, it would take her longer to be back on the dating scene, and she wouldn't be able to go after those adventures this early, but as it was just like a business transaction, her only concern was the future that just vanished. The future she thought was already secure. That was her main concern. And this is not the type of relationship most men dream of. We want to find someone who also likes us, someone who wants to be our wife because they love us to the point where they want to spend the rest of their lives with us, not those who just want to secure their future.
Welcome to our self-development section. Today we will talk about the good changes you will experience once you start making money. This is just a dose of motivation to give you more reasons to work for it.
I'm gonna be real with you guys like I always am. Being successful fixes people's attitude problem. When you become successful, your jokes get funnier, you get better looking, and people suddenly want to communicate with you and they start jumping out of trees. Friends, people that want to do business with you, the girl or guy that you always wanted to date, they come out of the woodworks too. Heck, I remember I was at my lowest point and the girl that I was dating repeatedly told me I was full of shit and I was never gonna make it. And I tell you guys this because 1, it's the raw truth that nobody else wants to say, and 2, is always remember who supports you when you're at your lowest. Whether it's a family member, a close friend, or someone that you're dating, If they support you when you're at your lowest, they deserve to be there when you're at the top.
This is so true, and those who already went from having no money to being financially comfortable can speak on it. Things change completely. A lot of problems we currently have will disappear, and this is just a fact. I'm not saying that once you start making money, all of your problems will vanish. This is further from the truth. All I'm saying is that most of them will be non-existent. Those girls who used to ghost you won't do it again. In fact, they will be chasing you. Your mental health will improve. You will gain more respect from people around you, depending on how you manage your success. You will be more likely to have less stress as things will be easier to solve. Your overall health will improve, and many more things. So those are good reasons why you should strive to get to that level, so you can have a bit of those experiences. Imagine a scenario where you will be able to support everyone you care about. You will also be able to go places you want, and no more girls flaking on you. That would be perfect, and it is all achievable if you are willing to do what is required to get it. This is all for today's video, and we hope you like it.